Hey guys, as you might notice, this episode is in English. Why? We have been to ProWein and have been interviewing several experts from the wine business to get their latest reviews and information. So if you want to know what's trendy in 2023, what emerging markets we can expect from the wine business in the next upcoming years, and what you definitely have to taste, listen to this podcast episode. And if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button. We're happy to see you every weekend for the weekly roll-up of the wine business. Enjoy the content. The last interview at ProWein I had with Jimmy Smith from Wines with Jimmy. It was one of the funniest interviews I've ever had. He is such a crazy guy. He's so lovely. He's so kind. He has so much information to share. And he's also responsible that I passed at least 2 modules of WSET because he offers some great videos on YouTube on wine regions and wine styles. Jimmy, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And right now, guys, enjoy the interview. So here we are again with Jimmy from Wine with Jimmy.
Thanks again. That's like the second cut, right?
But I've interviewed some of the people, so it's again in context, okay? Yeah. So here we are with Jimmy from Wine with Jimmy. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
What do you consider as the main wine trends in 2023?
In 2023, well, I think for me personally, it's looking at more individual areas. So we can think about the grand concepts. We can think about things like Rioja, and there's a lot of clout behind Rioja, and there's things like California, and there's some great stands here. And I mean, you only have to look behind me, right? And you can see the yellow and the red of Spain, and it's wonderful. But I think it's about actually looking at the more individual areas and really sort of drilling down into understanding things like the AVAs of places like California, the DOs of Spain, and then really understanding those areas. For me, I think it's about that. I know you're looking for more general concepts. I think climate change is interesting because if you think about the way we're leaning towards, we've been thinking about grape varieties like Tempranillo in Spain, for example, and I'm here. That's why I'm talking about Spanish wines. And we're thinking, great, but Garnacha is the grape of the future because we are looking at a grape that can really withstand drought conditions, it can withstand heat, and I think things like that. I've been searching out Garnachas in this area, and Carrenena and Matuela, all those sort of things. I've been really enjoying those. So I think climate change is the big thing, sustainability, but I'll leave that for you guys to talk about another day.
Okay, what would you consider as an emerging wine market for the next couple of years?
So I'm from England, and I think that everybody should drink English wine, not just sparkling wine. I make still wine in England, so I think you should look at those. But I think there are lots of niche places. Depending on your market, where you are in the world, there's something to suit everybody. So you've got things like wines of Moldova, you've got wines of Slovenia, you've got Georgia, maybe the cradle of wine, who knows, with the latest news that came out. But, you know, we've got all these little niche places that do traditional wines, unusual wines. And I think they're the places you'd look at. So Eastern Europe is exciting. But hey, guys, I mean, you know, whatever suits you. I mean, South Africa is an emerging market for white wine. There's exciting wines all over the world. So Canada, Nova Scotia, there's loads of stuff. There's great stuff here.
What region do I definitely have to taste?
What you definitely have to taste. It depends on where you come from, but I think everybody needs an education with wine. We're very comfortable in the 3 colors of wine, but there's actually 4, right? So the 3 colors of wine are red, white, and pink. And we all know those 3. We drink them very commonly, but we don't know the 4th color, which is orange. I think we all need to be a bit more open to orange wines. We need to talk to winemakers about skin contact. We need to visit places like Armenia and Georgia, and we need to understand those wines and taste those because it will open up your palate and you'll become more open-minded to things like compounds that you're not used to. And for me, that is so important. So go off, enjoy wines that you're not used to in these unusual places that are making wines in traditional methods, but to the modern people, things like Armenia, things like Georgia, Slovenia, maybe Friuli, Venezia Giulia in Italy. Enjoy them and understand them, but keep an open mind.